All right, so get this. We're diving into, like, a shopping phenomenon that's basically swallowed a whole holiday.
Wow. Well,
You know it, you love it, you maybe even hate it a little bit, but
oh, yeah,
it's Amazon's Black Friday.
that's right.
You guys sent in a ton of info on this, so let's untangle how Amazon turned a one-day shopping frenzy into, like, a weeks-long online extravaganza.
Yeah, you know what's so wild? They've made Black Friday their own thing. Like, it's not even really about the discounts anymore.
Yeah.
It's algorithms and logistics on a scale that's hard to even grasp. Plus, this, like, blend of cutting-edge tech and plain old consumer psychology, it's fascinating.
Okay, that's a great point.
Yeah.
So just in case, like, anyone's been living off the grid, Black Friday is that day after Thanksgiving where stores slash prices to kick off holiday shopping. But Amazon's kind of stretched that tradition, haven't they?
Oh, absolutely. It's Black Friday week, Black Friday month. They blur the line so much it's practically its own season.
It's true.
Which is brilliant for keeping shoppers engaged. But it does make you wonder if that constant pressure to buy is really a good thing, you know?
Yeah, there's definitely a whole other conversation there about consumerism and its impacts. But for now,
Right.
let's stick to the how of Amazon's Black Friday dominance.
Okay.
How did they make this a global event?
Well, they've tapped into something universal, right? The thrill of a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then they use their global reach to bring that thrill to a massive audience. I mean, international. We're talking UK, Canada, Germany. They have localized Black Friday events.
Wow.
It's a global shopping festival,
Yeah.
and Amazon's basically the conductor.
I love that analogy, conductor of the orchestra.
Yeah.
But what are the instruments, so to speak? What are the key strategies behind their Black Friday success?
Okay, so first you got their pricing strategy.
Okay.
They've mastered this competitive pricing thing, using algorithms to constantly analyze what competitors are doing and adjust their own prices.
Whoa.
It's like a high-stakes chess game.
So it's not even just low prices, it's about being strategically low.
Exactly. Understanding how pricing psychology works and using that to create a sense of urgency, like, you got to get this deal now.
So it's like they're almost manipulating our brains
Oh.
to make us think we're getting this amazing deal, even if we don't need the thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely an element of that, but then they add on top of it the Prime membership perks.
Oh, yeah.
Early access to deals, free shipping. It's like a VIP pass to the best bargains.
Those Prime perks are tempting. They really pull you in.
Yeah.
But even with great deals, it wouldn't work if their website was a nightmare, especially during the Black Friday rush when everyone's on there.
Oh, for sure. And they know that. They've invested a ton in creating a user-friendly interface that can handle all that traffic.
Mm-hmm.
It's intuitive, personalized. It guides you through the shopping experience smoothly, even with millions of other people doing the same thing at the same time.
Like a well-oiled machine just processing those purchases.
Exactly.
But we can't forget about the actual stuff, the products.
Right.
What are people actually buying on Amazon during Black Friday?
Oh, it's an insane amount of stuff. It shows you just how broad Amazon's marketplace is. Everything from electronics to everyday household things, trendy fashion, and of course,
Oh, yeah.
mountains of toys because, you know, Black Friday kicks off the holiday shopping season.
It's like the world's biggest digital department store,
Pretty much.
but with, like, algorithms and AI sprinkle in.
Exactly.
But speaking of products, I'm curious, what are some of the specific items that really fly off the virtual shelves? You know, the ones that make people hit that buy now button without even thinking?
Well, in the electronics and gadgets category, it's those big ticket items that see the most action.
Oh,
The
yeah.
latest Apple products, Samsung TVs, Sony gaming consoles, they create a lot of buzz with those deals.
Makes sense. It's like the Super Bowl of tech deals.
Definitely.
What about things like fashion and beauty? Amazon's become a real player in those areas too, haven't they?
Absolutely. Their Black Friday deals extend to big-name brands and their own in-house lines, which gives people lots of options at different price points.
Right. Gotta have something for everyone, no matter their budget.
Exactly.
I bet the household essentials category is another big one for Black Friday.
You got it.
People stocking up on everything, kitchen gadgets, cleaning supplies.
It's the perfect time to get those discounts on things we all need but don't want to splurge on normally.
So smart.
Amazon makes it easy to stock up and save.
And of course, we can't forget about toys and gifts.
All right.
It's like the official start of holiday shopping, and Amazon's toy selection is unreal. It's like Santa's workshop exploded online.
I know, right? From the hottest new toys to classic board games, they have it all. They've become the place to buy toys for the holidays.
Okay, so we've got competitive pricing, user-friendly website, mind-boggling selection and global reach. But what makes the Amazon Black Friday experience unique? What sets it apart from, say, braving the crowds at an actual store?
Well, I think it comes down to a few things. The convenience, the price transparency, those customer reviews, and the accessibility of mobile shopping.
Okay, yeah.
It all comes together to create a smooth, almost effortless experience.
Let's unpack that a bit.
Sure.
Convenience is huge, right? No crowds, no lines. Shop in your PJs at 3 a.m. if you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It just fits with how people want to shop now. Efficient and flexible, no hassle.
And let's be real, sometimes PJs and coffee are way more appealing than fighting for a parking spot at the mall.
Sure.
Besides convenience, Amazon makes price comparisons super easy.
Right. You can instantly see how their prices compare to other retailers, and they often highlight exactly how much you're saving.
Yeah.
Reinforces that feeling of getting a good deal, which is, like we said before, a key driver of Black Friday shopping.
Like they're taking all the guesswork out of bargain hunting.
Yeah.
Then there's those customer reviews. I rely on those so much when I'm shopping online, especially for things I'm not familiar with. It's like having a million shopping buddies.
It is. It's like they're all whispering in your ear.
That's a great way to put it.
The good, the bad, the ugly. It gives you confidence you wouldn't have otherwise.
Love that crowdsourcing your purchases.
Exactly.
And we can't forget about mobile shopping. That Amazon app is practically made for Black Friday. Deal alerts popping up, one-click purchasing. So easy to spend money.
I know, right? It's all about capturing those impulse buys. When you see a deal and just have to have it, and the mobile app lets them do that, no matter where you are.
So they've really thought of everything, the deals, the logistics, the tech. It's like they've cracked the code to Black Friday domination.
Yeah.
But even a giant like Amazon, they got to face some challenges during this shopping frenzy, right?
Of course, no operation this big is without its hurdles.
Yeah.
And for Amazon, I'd say the biggest ones are managing that insane amount of traffic, fighting counterfeit products, and making sure those deliveries happen on time, especially when their systems are under so much strain.
Okay, let's dig into those a bit. First up, website traffic overload. Millions of people all hitting the site at once.
Oh, yeah.
That's got to cause problems.
It does. It can lead to slowdowns, glitches, even crashes.
Right.
And when you have millions of people ready to spend money, any delay can be disastrous, both for Amazon and the frustrated shoppers.
So how do they even deal with that? It's like a digital stampede.
Well, they put a lot of money into their server infrastructure,
Yeah.
trying to increase capacity so they can handle those peak loads. It's a constant battle, but they're throwing resources at it.
Sounds like an arms race with their own success.
Pretty much, the more popular they get, the more they're going to invest just to keep things running smoothly.
Makes sense.
And then you've got the issue of counterfeit products.
Oh, right.
With the marketplace that massive, it's a constant fight to keep the fakes out, especially during Black Friday when scammers try to take advantage.
Yeah, that's worrying. It really erodes trust, and people end up disappointed when they think they're getting a real product, but it's a knockoff.
Right.
So how does Amazon fight back against that?
They've got a multi-layered approach. They do strict seller verification, use algorithms to scan for suspicious listings, and have a system for reporting and removing fakes.
Okay.
Plus, they work with brands and law enforcement to actually crack down on those counterfeiters.
Sounds like they're taking it seriously, which is good.
Yeah.
But even with the best logistics, I'm guessing delivery delays are kind of inevitable during Black Friday.
You're right. Even with their huge network of fulfillment centers and delivery partners, they can't eliminate delays completely, especially with that much demand. Things like weather disruptions or unexpected surges in certain areas, those can mess things up.
So it's a balancing act, trying to be efficient, but also dealing with a really complex and often unpredictable system.
Exactly, and that's when communication is super important.
Right.
Amazon needs to keep customers in the loop if there are delays, manage expectations, provide realistic estimates.
Transparency is key. Nobody wants to be left wondering when their Black Friday stuff is going to show up. But let's shift gears a bit. Talk about the impact of all this on Amazon's bottom line. This has got to be a huge moneymaker for them.
Oh, absolutely. Black Friday is one of their most profitable periods, drives a big chunk of their annual revenue.
Yeah. I knew it was big, but I didn't realize it was that big.
Yeah.
Do we have any idea how much money they actually make during Black Friday?
Hard to get exact numbers, but
Yeah.
in 2023, they reportedly had record sales during Black Friday and Cyber Monday, way more than previous years.
Wow.
And analysts think those numbers are just going to keep climbing.
Record sales, not surprised at all.
Yeah.
But it's not just the sales themselves, right? Black Friday also brings in tons of new Prime members, which really strengthens their customer base.
It's a smart strategy. Black Friday becomes this giant way to get people to sign up for Prime, locking in customers with perks and exclusive deals.
It's like a cycle. More shopping, more memberships.
Yeah.
We focused a lot on Amazon, but I'm curious how their Black Friday dominance has changed how other retailers approach this event. They're kind of setting the trends, right?
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Amazon's early sales, their focus on online shopping, and their mastery of pricing and logistics, it's set a new standard for the whole industry.
So everyone else has to adapt or get left behind.
Pretty much.
They're like the 800-pound gorilla in the room.
That's a good way to put it.
Everyone else figuring out how to survive.
Yeah, we're seeing other retailers try to copy Amazon, offering their own Prime-like memberships, experimenting with dynamic pricing, and really beefing up their online presence.
The Amazon effect in action.
Exactly.
It's amazing how one company can have that much influence.
It is.
So with Amazon setting the pace, what kind of expectations do shoppers have for Black Friday now? What do they demand from retailers, whether it's Amazon or someone else?
Well, they expect good discounts, fast and reliable shipping, hassle-free returns, and clear communication throughout the whole process. It's all about value, convenience, and transparency.
Let's break this down a bit. Attractive discounts, that's a given, right?
Of course. People want to feel like they're getting a steal, especially on Black Friday. So deep discounts across a wide range of products are now the baseline expectation.
And fast shipping is non-negotiable these days.
Oh, absolutely. Speed is everything.
Yeah.
People are used to instant gratification. They want their purchases to arrive quickly.
And easy returns are another must-have.
You're right. Got to be hassle-free, builds trust and loyalty. People want to know they can buy something and return it easily if they need to.
And transparency is key, right?
Absolutely.
Shoppers want to know what's going on with deals, product availability, and shipping.
Totally. It's about being upfront and honest, leads to a better experience overall.
So it sounds like Amazon has raised the bar for everyone, set a new standard for Black Friday.
Yeah, I think so.
But what does this mean for the future of shopping? Will it be all online? Will we all be using voice commands? Something to think about after this deep dive.
Interesting questions.
We'll keep exploring these ideas in our next segment, but for now, I think I'm going to do a little window shopping on Amazon.
Sounds good.
See what deals I can find.
All right. You know, diving deeper into this Amazon Black Friday thing, it's kind of crazy how much power they have.
It's true.
Shaping not just like what people buy, but the whole retail landscape.
Yeah, it's like they wrote the rule book and now everyone else is just trying to keep up.
Exactly.
But all this influence, it's got to come with some serious challenges for Amazon too, right?
Oh, absolutely. We've talked about the tech stuff.
Right.
But there are some ethical things to think about too, especially with a company as big as Amazon.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It's easy to get caught up in the deals and gadgets. But there's a bigger picture here.
Right.
We're talking about a company that's basically controlling a huge part of how we shop online.
Exactly. And that brings up questions about, like, fair competition, you know? And what about the workers, not just Amazon employees, but their whole supply chain?
Yeah, it's a good reminder that every purchase we make, it impacts more than just us.
It does.
But let's focus on some specific ethical concerns about Amazon's Black Friday. You mentioned price gouging earlier.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that more?
Sure. So some people argue that Amazon and other retailers, too, might jack up prices before Black Friday just to make those discounts look bigger.
Wait, so they're like creating a fake sale?
Yeah, it's a tactic some retailers have been accused of. Hard to prove, for sure.
Right.
But there are ways for shoppers to be smarter, like price tracking websites. Those can show you the history of a product's price.
Oh, so we can be like detectives.
Kinda, yeah.
Uncovering those pricing crooks. I like it.
Exactly. You can see if anything fishy was going on before Black Friday.
So besides messing with prices, are there other ethical worries about Black Friday?
Well, there's the whole impulse buying thing.
Oh, yeah.
Black Friday practically encourages it. The limited time offers, the countdowns, the fear of missing out. It's all designed to make you buy now.
It's like they're playing on our emotions.
Exactly. And that can be really problematic for people who are struggling financially or who just tend to overspend.
So what can people do?
Set a budget and stick to it no matter how good those deals look.
Easier said than done.
True.
But it's a good reminder to be mindful, especially during something like Black Friday.
Yeah.
Shifting gears a bit, I'm curious about Amazon's dominance in the future. Do you think it can last, or could things change?
It's the big question, right? Their growth has been huge, but they're not invincible.
Right.
We're already seeing some pushback from, like, regulators and lawmakers. They're worried about Amazon's power and potential monopolies.
So there's a chance we might see some limits put on them.
It's possible. Plus, there's always the chance of new competitors popping up.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe offering something different, focusing on sustainability, or targeting a specific market that Amazon hasn't fully captured yet.
So Amazon can't just sit back and relax.
No way. They got to keep innovating to stay on top.
It's what makes this whole thing so interesting to watch. The retail world is constantly changing. Who knows what the next big shakeup will be?
Exactly.
Speaking of shakeups, what about social commerce? All this talk about TikTok and Instagram becoming shopping platforms, how will that impact Amazon?
Well, that's a big one. They got to watch out for that.
Yeah.
Social commerce is all about making shopping seamless, right there on the platforms where people already are.
So like scrolling through your feed, see something cool, buy it right there.
Exactly. No hassle, super impulsive, which is what those platforms are great at.
And they already know so much about us.
They do.
Our interests, who we follow, it seems like the next logical step.
Yeah, the question is, can Amazon keep up? Can they be as cool and trendy as TikTok?
That's a good question.
They definitely have the money to try.
True.
But it might require a whole different way of thinking. Less about data and algorithms, more about creating an experience, building community.
It's like they need to appeal to emotions, not just transactions. And speaking of emotions, what about augmented reality and virtual reality? All that talk about how it's going to change online shopping.
Oh, yeah. Imagine being able to try on clothes virtually, see how a new couch would look in your living room.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Or even experience a product demo in a fully immersive VR world.
That sounds amazing. It would definitely make online shopping way more engaging, maybe even addictive.
You could.
But do you think Amazon is ready to lead the way in AR and VR?
They're investing in it, for sure. But there are a lot of other companies doing cool things in that space, too.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if Amazon can stay dominant as those technologies become more common.
It feels like a whole new world. Anything could happen.
Right.
But besides the tech itself, there's also the data privacy issue, right?
That's for sure.
People are getting more aware of how their data is collected. There could be a backlash against companies like Amazon that rely on it so much.
Absolutely. That tension between personalization and privacy is going to keep getting bigger. People want those tailored recommendations, but they also want control over their data.
So it's a tough balance for companies to figure out.
It is. Amazon needs to personalize without being creepy, be helpful without being intrusive.
That's a good way to put it.
And they got to be transparent about what they're doing with that data, give people choices, build trust.
So it sounds like the future of retail and Amazon's role in it is still uncertain.
Very much so.
So many things could happen, so many potential disruptions.
I know. It's what makes it so fascinating to watch.
We're in the middle of a retail revolution. Who knows how it'll all play out?
Exactly. But it's going to be exciting.
This Black Friday deep dive has been really eye-opening.
Yeah.
It's made us think about more than just the deals, you know?
Right.
Like the bigger picture of how we shop and the power these companies have. Absolutely, it's given us a lot to consider, especially with the holidays coming up.
Yeah.
But before we get too deep in thought, let's move on to our final segment. We'll explore some future trends that could shake things up, maybe even challenge Amazon's dominance.
Sounds good.
All right, so we know Amazon's a giant, but even giants can fall, right? What are some things that could shake things up, maybe even knock Amazon off the Black Friday throne?
Yeah. Like we talked about before, social commerce is a big one to watch. If TikTok and Instagram really make shopping part of their apps, it could be a total game changer.
Right, so picture this. You're scrolling through your feeds, see a cool gadget, and bam, you buy it right there without even leaving the app.
Exactly. It's all about making it super easy and impulsive.
And those platforms are great at that.
They are.
They already have our attention, know what we like, have the influencers we trust. Seems like a natural next step.
The question is, can Amazon keep up? Can they be as cool and trendy as TikTok?
Good question.
They've got the money to try, for sure.
True.
But it might need a whole different approach. Less about the data, more about creating an experience, a community.
It's like they need to tap into that emotional side of shopping, not just the practical side.
Exactly.
And speaking of emotions, what about all this augmented reality and virtual reality stuff? Isn't that supposed to change how we shop online?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Imagine trying on clothes virtually, or seeing how a new couch would actually look in your living room.
Right, or like a product demo in a VR world.
Exactly. It'd make online shopping so much more fun, maybe even a little addictive.
It would, but is Amazon ready to lead the way with AR and VR?
They're investing in it, but there are a lot of other companies in that space too.
True.
It'll be interesting to see if Amazon can stay on top. as AR and VR become more popular.
Yeah, it feels like a whole new world. Anything could happen.
Anything could.
But besides the tech itself, there's the whole data privacy thing, right?
Oh, for sure.
People are getting more and more aware of how companies are using their data, and there could be a backlash against companies like Amazon that rely on it so much.
Definitely. It's this tension between personalization and privacy, and it's only going to get stronger.
Yeah.
People like those recommendations, but they also want control over their info.
It's a tough balance.
It is. Amazon has to figure out how to personalize without being creepy, be helpful without being too nosy.
So it sounds like the future of retail and Amazon's place in it is kind of unpredictable.
Totally unpredictable. There's so many factors, so many things that could change everything.
And that's what makes it so exciting.
Exactly. We're right in the middle of a retail revolution. Who knows how it'll all turn out?
Well, this deep dive has given us a lot to think about.
It has.
Amazon's Black Friday, it's more than just a sale. It's a glimpse into the future of shopping with all its possibilities and challenges.
So true.
Thanks for joining us on this journey. Hope you learned something along the way.
It's been great exploring this with you, and to everyone listening, happy shopping, be informed, and remember, every purchase you make, it's like a vote for the kind of world you want.
We'll see you next time for another deep dive.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.